So as I address you here today, I am extremely cognizant of the ongoing efforts to mitigate the impacts of COVID-19 across society. This is particularly pertinent in respect to the sectors served by the Department of Tourism, Culture, Arts, Gaeltacht Sport and Media. These sectors are fundamentally about people, audiences and participation. They include the arts sector, live entertainment and cultural events, which include artists, entertainers and audiences, sporting participants and spectators, hotels, restaurants, bars or tourism attractions and services, and the tourists and the patrons that enjoy these facilities. Students attending Coláiste Saori and the Coláiste Saori themselves, the Manátí, the Holly Pobble that support this experience, and businesses in Gaeltacht regions. Our national and local media have also been critical stakeholders right throughout the pandemic, providing important public information and debate throughout the crisis, while also experiencing their own challenges. The impact of the pandemic on all of these sectors is well documented. Employing many hundreds of thousands right across the country, these are the sectors that thrive when people congregate to enjoy their leisure time together. They were the first to close as a result of the pandemic, and they are amongst the last to return to full operations as restrictions ease. In response to the impact of COVID across these sectors, the Department has introduced several new schemes and initiatives over the last 18 months. These include the COVID-19 Business Continuity Scheme, business adaptation schemes and restart grants for the tourism and hospitality sectors, a significant suite of supports for live performance across the events and entertainment industries, a support package for the sports sector encompassing the IRFU, GAA, FAI, national governing bodies of sports, clubs and communities, measures to support the Irish summer colleges sector, and measures to support media and in particular independent and local radio sector. And these are all in addition to the significant suite of cross-sectoral supports that government has introduced. Staff of the department and its agencies have worked tirelessly to design and implement a wide range of initiatives and programmes in the optimal manner to focus the supports where most needed, while simultaneously pivoting to a new way of working that did not involve physical attendance at the office. The supports put in place need to be flexible and dynamic in response to an ever-changing environment, and that still remains the position as we continue to monitor and assess the impact of both the pandemic and the mitigating interventions. In terms of my appearance here today, the briefing note provided to the committee outlines, firstly, the background to the establishment of the department in 2020 and some of the key outputs of the department in that year by programme area. And it also outlines details in relation to the Galway 2020 European Capital of Culture project, which is the subject of Chapter 7 of the report of the CNAG for 2020. The European Capital of Culture is the longest running and one of the most high-profile European Union activities in the cultural space. It has been a great honour for Galway to hold the designation from February 2020 to April 2021, despite the complications that COVID presented. During its designated year, Galway 2020 supported over 600 artists and other cultural workers, such as producers, technicians and crew, to deliver in excess of 500 events through a combination of physical and online events in what was an unprecedented global pandemic. In delivering this programme, Galway 2020 employed a dynamic volunteer programme consisting of over 800 volunteers from 50 countries, a strong community engagement programme, as well as vibrant international and partnership programmes. As accounting officer for the department, I welcome the examination of the CNAG into the oversight of funding for the European Capital of Culture 2020. I accept the recommendations made by the CNAG on full of the detailed examination as outlined in Chapter 7 of the 2020 report, and I will continue to work to ensure that all relevant grant management provisions are fully incorporated and implemented as part of the future oversight and reporting on grants. I wish to reiterate my commitment as accounting officer to ensure that all projects under the remit of the department are managed in accordance with the provisions of the Public Spending Code and all the relevant circulars. We will continue to take lessons from the past to ensure that we have the most appropriate and effective structures and processes in place to deliver effectively for all our stakeholders, many of whom have been and continue to be adversely affected by the COVID pandemic. And I'm happy to expand on any of these areas with my team. I have brought my full management board team here today because of the breadth and range and depth of the programmes we have. And so we are very happy to expand on any of the programme areas today in our meeting. Thank you.